Scammers are stepping up their game with robocalls. What's more, they keep finding different ways to get your information without even talking to you. We've got Sean Rose from the Better Business Bureau of Central Oklahoma joining us this morning to talk about what seems to be increasingly becoming a problem. These robocalls. I've been getting so many of them, and I'm like, I'm on the do not call list. Why are you calling?
Absolutely, yeah. And actually, the UMail National Robocall Index tracked about 2.3 billion robocalls in the U.S. in January alone.
Just in January?
Just in January. So that's about almost 8 per person living in the United States.
How are they getting our phone numbers?
I mean, a lot of times, you know, there's some where people might sign up for giveaways or promotions from maybe less than reputable companies, and they put in all their information, and those information go onto lists, and those lists start getting sold on the marketplace, and one thing leads to another, and then now your phone number's in a scammer's list.
Well, I don't answer, but if somebody is to answer the phone and they start talking to these people, what's the big scams right now?
Well, you know, the biggest one that's always around is the "Can you hear me" scam, which is something that our scam tracker just kind of lit up, you know, earlier this year and last year with just constant calls. Now there's a new angle of you've won a free trip or you've stayed at our hotel. So we tell people anytime you get a robocall, the most important thing to do is if you can, hang up. Don't play with it. If they say, you know, punch a number to connect you to a live person, don't, because that might actually tag your number even more as saying, hey, this person's more interactive, and this person actually engages with us. So we always advise, you know, don't say anything, hang up, don't punch a number. If you can, just don't even answer the call.
Yeah.
The most important thing is, you know, if it's that bad, if that urgent, if somebody will leave me a message.
Exactly.
I don't need to answer that.
Exactly, that's what I think too. And I think it is important to point out, just because it might have a local area code does not mean that is somebody you know.
Yeah, there is such thing as caller ID spoofing, which means that it can either take a local area code, it can take, you know, a friend or family member's phone number that might, you know, just copy right out of your address book. It's definitely an illegal piece of technology that they're implementing and utilizing. And the big thing to point out here is that a lot of these robocalls, these scam calls, are actually coming from overseas. The irony of the FTC's do not call list is that it's, you know, a lot of people have signed up for it, so they're not getting constant marketing sales calls or whatever to their phones. But it's kind of cleared the way for scammers from overseas to start calling and utilizing those phone numbers.
In what way? Because there's this list of do not call phone numbers that they have access to.
Absolutely, yep.
Well, that is a bummer.
Yeah.
It's like you have to change your phone number and then they're going to do it again. You actually said, listen to this. You got one last week. Yeah,
I got one last week for myself. I was calling myself. So I picked up and I'm like, hello, me. What's on my mind today? And the person was just like, and I just hung up. But, I mean, it's just crazy how, you know, how now more and more people are getting this because it's just turned into a huge problem.
It is. It's a massive problem. So don't answer if you don't have to. And let's go ahead and give you the details with the Better Business Bureau, oklahomacity.bbb.org. You can also call them at 405-239-6081. That's a real phone number. Hey, we'll be right back.